is happening? Magnus Sites. So, we got some sad news in the social media world. We have lost influencer. I've asked Scarlo to join us for this. And because I wanted to get a woman's opinion on this, because I was about to give my opinion. And it's a short article here on TMZ. Do you know who this chick is?
I do not.
Bianca Diaz. Tragedy struck Brazil's influencer world. Bianca Diaz has died at just 27 years old, just days after undergoing plastic surgery. Now, before I even go any further into it, my first thought when I read the thing was, I'm sure, it was probably a BBL or BBL related. It may not be. However, I feel my first thing that came to my mind was to say, I was like, ladies, stop getting this unnecessary plastic surgery. I think that let me go in. I'm gonna go into it in a second, a little bit more, but I'm just like, no, I'm gonna talk about it now. When I first jumped on Instagram, and jump in anytime you want. When I first jumped on Instagram, before I met Scarlo, there were certain chicks that I followed. And I remember following certain chicks because I was like, wow, like they've got a unique shape I've never seen before. Wow. Ooh. Maybe I could find something like that. Maybe I should send them a DM one of these days or something like that. But I started seeing this specific shape more and more and more.
They all start looking
and more, yes. And I was like, wait a minute. Say, wait a minute. I can't even talk. Wait a minute. Who are you? Wait a minute. So, there was a dancer I saw years ago. And a lot of fellows might know who I'm talking about. And I believe her name was Latin Spice. And she had a particular look that I'd never seen before. My adolescent mind remembered that. It was like, she had a BBL. That's why she looked like that. Or she had booty implants. That's why she looked like that. Because all these girls look like her. I'm like, now look, as a man personally, I prefer natural. Some women do run into particular situations, whether it's after having children or, other maybe extreme situations where they, really any other natural means isn't going to fix it. Like I had a friend, one of my friend's sisters, she had several children. And she told me the doctor told her that it had torn her abdominal wall so bad that it needed to be reshaped and fixed. So she had a BBL, but she didn't look like that. She had something similar. He said that he cut out all of this skin and together he had to make her a new belly button. She said her husband said he was a monkey anus to make her a new belly button, but so she had something like that done. But personally, I wanted your view on this. I feel like there's a plastic surgery epidemic going on amongst women now.
I see that a lot of women are getting stuff done, and a lot of them don't need it.
At all.
They're beautiful just the way that they are.
Yeah.
And I'm talking like chicks that don't have flat asses. They have boobs. They just want to enhance everything. Now, as a woman, I get the idea of wanting to enhance your beauty or whatever. But when you have to go and risk your life like that, and these things come with risks, and you don't have to, you really don't. Like, my thing is go to the gym.
Yeah. Do everything you can naturally before you go under the knife.
Yeah. Because,
because the danger involved in it.
I am scared. Thank my ancestors that I don't have a naturally flat booty. But I told him one day, I said, listen, I will let my butt go all the way flat before I go under the knife to get anything done. Because there's a specific nerve back there that if you hit it the wrong way, it can
be hasty.
That if you hit it the wrong way, it can kill you instantly.
I ain't never heard of that nerve. I'll do research, but let's not be hasty. If you
Stop
get
it.
pancake butt.
Anyway.
But wait.
My thing is going to the gym. Go to the gym. Work at it.
Like that was said when when she died.
DC Young Fly's girl.
Yeah. From
that was sad because I followed her. I watched people that she's friends with. Like, they're all known people. And, that, like, I didn't know her, but that hit me because you saw her all over the place. She was full of life, loved her children. She was a mother. She loved DC. And she goes to get this plastic surgery done. And she doesn't come back home.
Man, I remember when I was a little younger. This was way before I ever heard the word BBL or Brazilian butt lift. I remember hearing how that liposuction was one of the most dangerous operations you could ever have. I was like, wait a minute, you're just sucking fat out. But then the thing I watched on it was talking about how it was kind of like almost like a blind stabbing of where they're going. And a lot of times they hit things that they shouldn't hit. So let me continue here with this. The glamorous social media star is believed to have suffered a pulmonary embolism, a known risk tied to major cosmetic procedures, after she began experiencing shortness of breath while recovering at her family's beach house in Sao Paulo. She was rushed to the hospital, but doctors were unable to save her. Death came at just 18 days after the initial surgery. So she was like recovering. It's still unclear exactly what procedure she had, and authorities have reportedly launched an investigation into the circumstances surrounding. Bianca was a huge name in her hometown of Maui, building and growing an online following. Her social media post came about 8 weeks ago. She was 27. So that was her last one.
That's a shame. Like, she didn't even, she was only 27. That is, super, super young.
Yeah.
Very pretty girl.
I mean, she looks enhanced. So, I don't, I used to talk to this one chick who had the lips done, and I remember her telling me, it was like early in the conversation of first meeting her, like maybe the first conversation, she had said something about, how do you feel about a woman getting plastic surgery? I was like, well, it depends on what it is. A little nip and tuck here or there, that doesn't really bother me, but some people totally overhaul themselves to the point where they're not even the same person that they used to be. So that's kind of an issue. She said, well, I want to get a lot. So I didn't know, how much she meant by a lot. But, when I hear a lot, she already had the lips. I don't know if she was going to go for boobs or BBL and all this other stuff. I would assume BBL, since all the chicks were getting that, at the time. So, yeah. But I just wanted to speak on that.
It's sad because these women, they start to become addicted. It's like an addiction to get these plastic surgeries. It's almost like if you ever go to the gym, and I've experienced this where, you go to the gym, you're working out, you start seeing results, you become addicted to looking better, feeling better. You become addicted to the look. It's like, oh shoot, if I came this far, let me see how much more I can, you're looking at yourself and you love the way that you look and you want to keep looking better. And a plastic surgery is a quick fix, and a lot of women get a few things here, a few things there. They see that, oh, you know what, this is working, this is looking good. I could use a little bit tighter here. I could use a bit more lift here. My lips can use a little something here. And all of a sudden, they stop looking like what they used to look like. They don't need it. And unfortunately, I was going to say, you've got to do your research, because a lot of women fly out to different places to go get these plastic surgery things done. And, sometimes these places aren't legit. they aren't licensed. Or sometimes they have people coming to you. You go to a hotel across overseas somewhere.
That's how bad you want a booty? I mean, I get it, but nah.
And it can happen.
I don't want a booty that bad if I was a chick.
And I'm not saying that that's the only way that something like this can happen. Because it can happen. You go to the best medical spa with renowned doctors,
but still, at least
with
somebody licensed with insurance. Yeah,
there is still a risk of you losing your life.
It's like dudes going to get underground steroids. There's just guys that do that. Like they don't know exactly where it's coming from.
Right.
And it reminds me when we went to Miami, like it was all over the place.
It was everywhere.
Everywhere. Every girl had a fake butt or a BBL.
Well, you know, a lot of women go to Dr. Miami, who's down there, who does plastic surgeries.
Okay.
So it's like a big thing down there.
And
but it was incredible. We don't see stuff like that out here.
Yeah, no. Every once in a while we'll see it, and we actually point it out because we don't see it that much. Mm-hmm. Although it's becoming more common out here. But it reminds me of Scarlo because she's had certain treatments and stuff. You know, ladies go get their beauty stuff, and somebody had spoken to her about a filler. Now, my whole thing with the filler was, what always makes me think of? How when people get the filler done wrong, and you remember how Corey Holcomb he was talking about Vivica Fox. He was like, Vivica Fox, big face ass. Because the filler makes these people's face look like a mask. Mm-hmm. Like Vince McMahon. Look at what Vince McMahon did to his face. A lot of people are saying it's filler. You know what I mean?
Fillers and it's tons of different fillers. And the girl that I got to, she is top notch. And I said, if I ever do anything like that, it would be a touch up, because she's like, you don't even need a lot, but it there's so many different things out there because a lot of these fillers aren't dissolvable.
Right.
So they stay there. And then you got Botox and fillers and all this stuff. And it's just like, nah, if I do something like that, it's got to go away in like a year or two, dissolve.
Yeah.
You got to do your research. No matter what it is that you're doing, please do your research. Make sure that, that the place is legit, that you're okay. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. There's always a risk. Yeah. Always.
You know what I think, too, should be done beforehand? Because some women go too far. And some men, too. Michael Jackson was one of them. But some women and men go too far with plastic surgery. I think before you go and get it, maybe just talk to a psychologist.
Psychoanalysis.
Yeah. Just get yourself evaluated just to make sure you're not, I remember watching this show years ago. It might have been Oprah, but it was a bunch of people that had surgery done. And just one dude, the only thing he wanted, he said, I just want a cleft in the chin. That's all I want. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's that, and then there's, some of these insane transformations that you see. So, would that be considered psychologically okay? I would assume it probably would, but from what I understand, when you see people that have the Batman chin, like the butt chin, it's a weakness in the muscles there that cause that. So it's a defect. Yeah,
same
that people want.
Like for a long time.
Yeah, dimples are a mutation. Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait a minute. Dimples are actually like what is it?
They're a mutation. You're not supposed to have it. But they're acceptable mutations. Red hair, freckles, dimples. I know that. Yeah, red hair, freckles, and dimples are. Because I was in psychology class in college, and my teacher was making fun of this one girl because he was telling us what they were. And she had red hair with freckles, and she had dimples. He was like, okay, mutant. He would call her mutant. Everyone, and she took it, she laughed at it, and they only called her it a couple of times or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But she was all three, so, but anyway,
that's sad. Rest in peace with this girl. She was pretty.
Go do some grown folks
at 27 stuff. Though, at 27, you are still so very young. Yeah. Like you should be toned and pretty. 27 is young, really young. Like,
that's
I know
like
that
conspiracy theory age.
There's this thing where
they don't.
I also feel like, yes, start with your skincare and everything at a young age, but not to this extent. You don't have to do surgeries enhancing anything at 27. It's too young.
I think Scarlett would look funny with enhanced lips. I don't think she would look right with lip filler, yo. I think your lips are fine.
What? Actually, no, because I've taken a picture with a filter that has a little bit of like a filler kind of thing. It's not too bad.
All right, well, you show me the picture then.
I don't need them. I don't feel I need them.
There's one chick I know, she had lip filler. She said she feel like she got them a little bit too big this time because when she smiled, her lip touched her nose and left a print of her makeup right under her nose. I'm like, yeah. No, thank you.
You know how sensitive your lips are? I would not want to get injected with anything on my lips.
Some girls be like, some of the flesh dies and they lose part of the lip. No.
There are makeup tricks that make your lips look like you have filler. Stick with that.
No, like I have a slightly crooked tooth in my mouth. I thought about possibly getting, braces to, handle that real quick, but I would never do, like, I'm not messing with veneers. You got people look like they got chiclets in their mouth. Remember when John Cena did that promo making fun of Roman Reigns and said he had bars of soap in his mouth? He was making fun of his veneers, man. Like, people get these veneers and end up looking funny, man.
Yeah, again, it's one of those things you got to go to the right people because there are some that they look natural. They look nice. But, nah.
And they shave all your natural teeth down to those. I don't want that done to me.
I don't even.
You do you.
I don't even like
you do you. But if you, my thing is, you're thinking about having a whole lot done. Just have an evaluation. Just talk to somebody first, because it's so deadly, and you might end up not liking what you do. That's why I don't have any tattoos.
You have to live with that.
That's why I personally don't have any tattoos. She's different. She has them. But for me, I felt like they would eventually go out of style with me. I'd be like, it was badass when I got this in the 90s, but I don't like it now, Yeah, and you can get it removed, but I'm like, it's just an extra step for me.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Go follow Scarlo on Scarlo's boot.
What were you about to say?
Scarlo's Booty and Gaming.
Booty and Gaming?
Yeah, that's what you need to change your channel to.
No. Hell no.
I'm still talking about all this. I'm thinking, I got booty on my brain. Scarlo's Beauty and Gaming. And if you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. 10 million subscribers.